Okay, I think I'm streaming. I'm gonna go to YouTube. Check my... I got an excellent connection apparently. Alright, I'm gonna pull chat up on the side. My highlights pulled up. Nope, not yet. I don't want to do that yet. I'll leave that there. Alright, it's kind of hard because my mic's in the way. What up, everybody? I think my wife just dropped some cake. And we're just waiting. I'm waiting for this game. 13 seconds left. I'm waiting to go live. $13 left. Is the game done yet? I'm calling this game. This game's done, right? Baltimore just scored again. It might actually already be done. I don't have the game physically pulled up on any device, but this game's done. Final. Ooh, I won. All right. Final. Live on the YouTube for the recap. Man, that was exciting. Is that exciting? I don't know if it actually is or not. But yeah. Here we go. Dynasty Fantasy Football recap. I'm going to Today's week 13. Yeah. In the week 13. Clear that throat because, man, it's time. It's time. It's time for that Dynasty Fantasy Football recap. Welcome back, everybody, to the Dynasty Fantasy Football Recap Week 13 edition. I'm your host, Mateo83, a.k.a. The Commish. Oh, that was, I might have a little bit of a lag on my mouth here. It's kind of throwing me off, so I'm just going to look straight at the camera. Going live this week, not doing a recording. Hope you guys are going to enjoy the show this week because it is a good one. Oh, my gosh. I just got home. I'm pretty busy on Tuesdays, to say the least. So I got home, and with 6 minutes left in the fourth quarter, I didn't get to watch any of the game, but there I am again, once again, biting my nails because I am subject to the end of the late game. Last week, I lost to Bravo in the Wednesday game, which was absolutely stupid. We should never have Wednesday games to begin with. But here I am again this week, just biting my nails, hoping not to lose to Luis. So let's roll those highlights because it's Tuesday. It's kind of late. It's the Dynasty Fantasy Football Recap. Recap. Oh, we got the recap. Oh, we got the recap. It's on right now. Let me get on my stat tracker. Make sure you guys can see me nice and good. Looks like I'm doing okay here. Camera looks good. I got it working again this week. So last week I couldn't get it to come up, but this week I got it. There we go. First game of the week. You got me, the Commish, taking on Luis's high guy, and it shouldn't have been this close, but man, it was close. Final score 119 to 110. Oh, and burped. I had Chinese food earlier. Not good. I mean, the food was good. That burp was not good. Kyler Murray with 17 points. I am not worried about Kyler Murray going forward. I'm still going to keep playing him. If you have Kyler Murray, I'll be doing the exact same thing. Same goes with Calvin Ridley. 15 points for Calvin Ridley. Do I keep playing Juju Smith in the starting wide receiver position? He only had 7 receptions for 28 yards. That hurts. But he had 9 points. The 7 receptions helped. But come on, man. Like 28 yards? Get with it. Austin Eckler with 10 points. Not the performance I wanted from him, but I got 14 points from Mike Gaskin. Travis Kelce gave me 27 points, man. Money there in the tight end position. Yeah, I mean, after the way he plays this year, I'm pretty sure he's going to go higher in the draft. That's a player. You're going to want a good tight end. You can dig around for other players and build a good team going forward. But, man, like tight ends is where it's been super hard this year. Maybe next year will be a different story. But there you go. I accidentally left Chark Jr. in my starting lineup. I meant to start Naheem Hines. And you would see there it would have been 12 compared to the 6 points. I don't know why I didn't move him. I could have swore come game day, and then I looked at my starting lineup and Chark's in my lineup. Maybe I tapped Hines in the app and I just didn't transfer it all the way over. I felt dumb, but I'm glad I got the win because Myers my backup, or my pickup for the week. In the kicker position only got me 4 points, and I got 14 for the Miami defense somehow. Hanging on to them for sure. You see where Luis is doing pretty good, and he was kind of like on a hot streak. I think he had 2 games he won in a row this coming into this week. Deshaun Watson with 20 points, 21 points from Deontay Johnson, and 21 points from Crowder. Right there, 3 positions, back to back, 20 points. He only got 5 points from Derrick Henry, and that saved me. I don't know how Henry did not score that projected 18 points. 11 points from Singletary, Ingram with 7, 14 from Brown. This is who I was waiting on. I was waiting on Brown right here, and Zerline, the kicker for the Dallas, just waiting for this game to finish. So just, like I said, biting my nails. Glad I got the win. Holding on to that top spot. Moving on to game 2, and it was a close one. Bravo comes from behind. Continues the hot streak. The hottest team in the league at the moment. Bravo moving to 7-5. Takes out Freddy's Black Bears Alive 136-133. You see 4 points for Baltimore there. That sealed the deal for Bravo. That was the game changer. He could have been close. If he would have zeroed out, it would have been bad. But Dallas didn't. I mean, even if Dallas would have scored 20 points, I think he still would have got 2 points, 1 sack, 1 interception. So you got those 2 points there. Man, yeah, just close one, Bravo, but you hang on to the win. Congratulations on that. Freddie drops to 6-6. Bright spots for you, Bravo. You're looking hot going into playoffs. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little bit afraid of your team. Aaron Rodgers there with 23 points. I'm kind of kicking myself for trading him. But hey, I do not regret it, and I did drop Jerick McKinnon, who I traded you for. But if you do remember, at that time, I was hurting for running backs. But if you look at my running backs now, baby, I'm back in business. 23 points from Rodgers, 27 for Jefferson, 22 for Robinson right there, and 17 from Booker in your kicker position as your highlight players. Tannenhill with 28. He's killing it for Tennessee. Not too bad. Keep starting him. Thielen with 21 points. It's a player I'm always afraid of whenever you play him. He's been pretty consistent this year, so good job there. 17 points from Alvin Kamara. Is he back? Is the question. I think so. Tanyan with 13. 10 points in the Green Bay defense. And Koo. Keep starting Koo. 12 points. Good job, Freddie. If you would have lost this game. It was a close one. Good job there. If Bravo pretty much started his optimal lineup as well. Not too shabby there. Flex positions are always fun. You guys do good in the flex positions. I love the flex position. Who doesn't? Moving on to game 3. Johnny, draft day losers, wins again. Moving to 4-9. I'm sorry. Going back into these things, I'm moving to 11-2. Luis drops to 4-9. Freddie's dropping to 6-7, and Bravo's going to be 8-5. Johnny moves to 4-9 with this win. Jeremy's going to drop under 500 to 6-7 with the loss. Jeremy not watching the recaps, obviously, because he still has Garoppolo. He still has Minshew on his team. Those are going anywhere. He has Thomas on the bench with 24 points, with 9 receptions, 98 yards, and 1 touchdown. But you did have Waller, who had the highest point total. Maybe that's another tight end that we can look out for. 13 receptions with 2.5 even reception yards and 2 reception touchdowns. Absolutely went off. Good job there. Dalvin Cook with 23 points, but guess what? You still lost. My gosh. You started Boswell. I don't even think he's not playing. Get with it, Jeremy. Come on. You're going to lose in the first round. Allen there with 30 points, 7 points for Devontae Parker, 27 from Montgomery, 22 from Taylor. This Devontae Parker, 7 points. I'm not worried about it. I think Devontae's going to recover nicely from this. Henry there with 1.5 and Lutz with 3. Kind of a bummer there. Who did you have on the bench? Johnny. Did you make it into the playoffs with this win? Let's go into the stand. You did. You're moving to 4-9. You're in the 7th position. Congratulations, Johnny. You're going to be taking on Joe. Going into this week, I'm going to be taking on Brian. Wow. Oh, spoiler alert. Wow. Oh, man. We got some spoilers. Let's go to game 4. I want to get into this. What up, Chris in chat? Good to see you. Let me know if the picture's okay. Going into your game's last, so I'll be getting to you in just a little bit, Chris. Alex's team, baby, taking on Joe's My Fair Brady. Joe reclaims, gets back in the winning position, moving to 10-3 with the big one, 124 to 110 to Alex's team, baby. Big point total from Kirk Cousins there, 23 points also from Jones, 19 for Hopkins as well. You see Patrick Mahomes with 19, not the 26 points. I think you're going to see a little bit of a slowdown going into these next couple of games, but I think we're going to be okay going into the playoffs. I think they're going to turn it up. Stephon Diggs with 19. Nobody cracked 20 for Alex. That might have been a little bit of a bummer, but I think, Alex, you're out. You're out, Alex. I'm so sorry. You're moving on to consolation, and it was great it's great always having in the league. I love you, Alex. F Joe. Yeah, glad you're in chat, Alex. But you had a great season. It wasn't so good for a while, but you had a couple good weeks there, man. Like towards the end of the season, you won a couple games in a row, and that must have felt pretty good. If you remember, like 3 years ago, I was playing. I think I went like up until week 9 before I had a win, and that hurt. I think I ended up with 2 wins that year. And to see like most teams here, like at least like it was pretty close. Like coming into like the last couple of positions, like I can't believe it was as close as it was. Going into the last and final game of the week, because this week finally closed out. I'm tired of Tuesday games. I'm so sick of it. But here we are again. And I'm sure we're gonna have plenty more Tuesday games. I bet the season ends on a Tuesday game. It's gonna happen. It's gonna end on a Wednesday game. It's gonna drive me absolutely crazy. Fresh Prince of Hell Air taking on Brian, and Brian somehow clinches a playoff spot with the major upset here, 142 to 105. What a shocker! Did not see that coming. Alex blames the Rona. Russell Wilson there with 16 points and not cracked 20. I'm not worried about Russell Wilson, just like I'm not worried about Kyler Murray. These guys are saving their legs for their own playoffs, and that's what kind of sucks about having and starting them. On your, let's see, and good decision, Chris, benching Hell Air, because he was still listed as active and he did not suit up for the game. Absolutely crazy. I know there was a lot of people that had him on their roster and still started him because it wasn't listed that he wasn't going to play. He was actively listed to play this game and he didn't. 34 points there for Adams, Devontae. Devontae Adams, 34, killing it, man. I think Waller had the most points this week, and he was in the tight end position at 45. He might be the player of the week, actual player of the week. And 13 there for Ebron, but man, just not good enough because Brian comes out and over with 142 points. Dalton with 18, 17 from Chubb, so he wins it. He won it tonight somehow. Carson there with an even 20 and 31 points from the New England defense. Oh, that's right. That is right. New England blanked the Chargers. I can't believe the Chargers got blanked out because Austin Eckler only had 10 points. 10. That's just insane. Well, that's fantasy football for you guys, right? Brian, because you're in the playoffs, you're going to be playing me. You got some wide receivers there, buddy. If you're going to be watching this game, Jarvis Landry and Marvin Jones, 2 players I'm going to have to watch out for. Jarvis Landry, I feel like, is coming back. OBJ is not around. So 20 points for Landry. I think I'm going to have to watch out for him because the Browns are on fire. It's so weird to say. 20, like, oh, man, yeah. I'm looking at your team. The New England defense is good, but they're not going to get... I'm not going to wood. I could get knocked out next week because of that defense. and I could get knocked out because of Jarvis Landry. We'll see, because next week I'm gonna have my full roster back, man. I got Christian McCaffrey starting back. It's gonna get dirty. Enough scores and highlights. Right, let's hand out some Week 13 awards. You see here, guys. Look at this. Look at this point total. Out of nowhere, Brian, who was just doing so horribly throughout the year, he got so many green and leader of the week. Yeah, I know, Chris. You can't control injuries at all. McLaurin had the worst game of the year, too. Bad week for your team, but you're still in the playoffs and you're in the third seed, so don't worry about that. You did drop a seed. Joe won and you lost, but you're still in the third position. Honestly, you're in a pretty good position, I think, to take it forward. I don't have the playoffs. Maybe I'll do a playoff special later on in the week. Who knows? Yeah, that'd be fun. Brian, or not Green. We're doing Green Elite of the week first. Team with the lowest scoring amount of points. And man, you know what? That's sad. Let's see, Chris, you're getting Green Elite of the week was 105. I'm not saying that's sad. I'm saying what's sad is like you got 105 here, 110 here with Alex, 114 with Jeremy, Luis with 110, and then me with 119. Even though I got the win, I'm gonna have to do better. I think I will do better. Hopefully, fingers crossed. I'm hoping this is my year this year. It's been tough being the commish, but hey, at least I won a lot of games. There we go. I'll take that. Good job, everybody, this year. Green Elite of the week goes to, I'm going to sing. Chris, you got 105 points. That's you. Chris and his Giants are riding high this week. He only claims the Giants when the Giants win. Shocker of the week also goes to Brian with 142 points. Absolutely insane and clinching a playoff spot. And player of the week is going to go to Brian, as I mentioned before, with 142 points. By God, Brian, you did good. Good for you. Let's look at these live standings. I wish I could extend this out for you guys. You see, I'm standing tall one at 11-2. I think this is my best year regular season wise fantasy football. Probably. My favorite Brady in the second position all by himself. You got Chris there in third by himself at 9-4. Yeah, man, Washington beating Pittsburgh. Honestly, Pittsburgh totally overrated. Hate it. Hate to say it, but I love to say it too, because Pittsburgh is overrated. Bravo hanging on to that fourth position at 8-5. Blackbeard, Delight, and Jeremy are both at 6 and 7, but hey, they got the 5 and 6 positions. And look at these 4 and 9 teams in the 7 and 8 position looking to upset the year. We could have possibly a champion, and they can still finish the season under 500 if they continue to win. Think about that. Wow. Johnny and Brian sneak into the playoffs at 4 and 9 with their wins this week. Yeah, Johnny got the win, right? Yep. Man, they clinched those. Luis was on a roll. The only reason why he's not in the playoffs is based off of points. And that's a bummer, because if he would have been playing early on in the year, he'd easily be in these playoffs. But unfortunately, yeah, sorry, Luis. Luis, you didn't play at the beginning of the year and you lost. Sorry, Luis. And Pittsburgh lost, so you're out. So that's custom goes. If your team is not in the playoffs or you get eliminated from the playoffs, even though you're probably playing the concession for the games, I'm locking your team so you don't drop anybody. You're stuck with the players you have, and I don't want anybody taking advantage of any shenanigans going forward. Even for me, the rule applies to me. I lock all teams. So thanks, Alex and Luis, for showing up. I ask you, please continue watching Please watch the recaps. What's funny is I noticed the drop off as soon as the team's eliminated from the playoffs. I see the drop in views. So there you go on that, guys. It's been a lot of fun doing these. I love doing the recap. Recap's really fun. Subscribe to the podcast, GOFO Podcast on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Google Play, and Spotify. We got the playoffs, man. I'm super excited about that starting this Thursday. So not today, but in 2 days. Also, that's when waivers kick in. So if you're placing waivers, they're not going through tonight. Usually they do it Tuesdays, Wednesday morning, 1 o'clock in the morning, or 12 p.m. Pacific. I love getting that alert. I have the alert not muted to see if I pick up a player at 1 o'clock. Does anybody else do that? So yeah, I feel pretty good about this year. Even if I lose in the playoffs, it was a good run. I think I did pretty good considering my team, what happened. Like, you look at my running backs, and man, I got decimated like into week 3, and somehow I still won a lot of games. And I don't even think I was that like active. What I didn't do this year going forward was I didn't listen to I listened to the Fantasy Focus Football podcast, and I just picked up players if I felt like they would be a benefit to me this time around, as opposed to like pick them up just to pick them up because they're being touted on a podcast or something. So I kind of just took it a little bit easy this year, but I was pretty active. Let's go back into my highlights here, because how did everybody else do? Alex and Chris in chat, how many leagues did you guys play in, and how did you do? You see here, I got decimated in one of my other leagues. I won. So there's this league. I wish I could organize these. I turned up the radio league. I lost in this one, but if you look, shoot, where's the standings at? Yeah, come on, there it goes. I still ended up fourth, so I'm in the playoffs there. Dynasty. This is another suicide league that I play in. I'm first in this one too, even though I lost. I'm probably gonna drop. I dropped to third. Dropped a third on that on the fantasy basketball. I agree, Alex. Chris is down, right, Chris? So we'll see where it goes from there. We might have a little bit of a guest here in just a second. Door open. I don't see anybody. So that means somebody's under the height of 2 feet is about to walk into this room. And then in my public league, look at this. Ooh, I'm squeaking by. Because I still got one more week left in public fantasy football, because we only do 4 teams instead of 8. So I got one more week left that I gotta do good in to make it into the playoffs. I'm on the brink there. Look at that. Yeah. So going forward, another league besides another league for Alex besides this one. I'm holding on to the third spot. Only 4 teams make the playoffs. Same here. Noah, do you want to say hi? Do you want to say hi, Noah? Come here, baby. Good job. Hey, baby. Yeah, Alex and Chris are watching live. This is Noah making her live debut.
Guys, I'm TikTok famous.
My wife is TikTok famous. If you have TikTok, follow art_by_peaches. You might have to get her because she's being a little loud. Follow her on TikTok by art_by_peaches. Her last TikTok has like 100,000 views. No lie, it's pretty impressive. Are you at 200,000 yet? Noah's at 200,000. Pris,
yeah.
Come make an appearance on the show. Come on, it's been forever. You look beautiful. My beautiful wife hasn't been on the podcast all year. Who used to be? Oh, the light's hitting you. Yeah. But yeah. So there we go, man. Mrs. Matt. It was a lot of fun, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for checking out the recap. Remember to set those teams, pick those picks, and I'll see you guys right here next week on the recap. Deuces.